Geza makes shocking promise to remove Mnangagwa from power, a new era for Zimbabwe. In a dramatic political twist that has captured the attention of Zimbabweans and international observers alike, Geza, a rising political figure, has made a shocking promise to remove President Emmerson Mnangagwa from power. The promise, which reverberates across the political landscape of Zimbabwe, raises questions about the country's leadership and its future direction. Will Geza's bold declaration result in real change, or is it merely another political stunt in a country where the pursuit of power has long been marked by turbulence? Before we dive into the details of this shocking promise and what it could mean for Zimbabwe, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all the latest developments surrounding this high-stakes political drama. Trust me, you won't want to miss a thing. Geza's assertion that he intends to remove Mnangagwa from power has sent shockwaves across the political establishment. Zimbabwe has been no stranger to political unrest and leadership challenges, with the ousting of longtime leader Robert Mugabe in 2017 marking a dramatic shift in the country's political atmosphere. However, the rise of Mnangagwa has not brought the stability or change many Zimbabweans had hoped for. In fact, it has been marked by continued economic struggles, human rights concerns, and political infighting. Geza, who has garnered significant support in recent months, claims that the current administration has failed to address the critical issues facing Zimbabwe, from the country's economic collapse to the lack of basic freedoms for its citizens. His promise to remove Mnangagwa from power is not only a political statement, it is a call to action that challenges the established order and promises a new era for the nation. For many Zimbabweans, this is an opportunity to break free from the shackles of years of mismanagement. Geza's rise symbolizes hope for change, and his bold words have sparked renewed energy in the opposition, whose efforts to unseat Mnangagwa have been largely unsuccessful thus far. However, some critics argue that such a promise is unrealistic and could inflame political tensions further, destabilizing a nation that is already facing significant challenges. The key question now is, how does Geza plan to remove Mnangagwa from power? His message of change is clear, but the practical steps remain uncertain. Many political analysts speculate that Geza's promise could be a strategic maneuver to rally opposition forces and create a united front against the ruling ZANU-PF party. If successful, this could lead to a massive shift in Zimbabwe's political landscape. However, political change in Zimbabwe has historically been fraught with setbacks, and questions remain about whether Geza can garner the necessary support to achieve his goal. What is clear, however, is that the rhetoric surrounding Geza's promise is beginning to stir the political pot. Zimbabweans, frustrated with the economic downturn, high unemployment, and political repression under Mnangagwa's leadership, are now looking to new figures like Geza as potential catalysts for change. His promise has sparked discussions across social media platforms, where people are eagerly debating what the future could hold if he succeeds in his mission. But there is more at play here than just political rhetoric. The economic situation in Zimbabwe continues to deteriorate, with inflation running rampant, shortages of basic goods, and widespread poverty affecting the everyday lives of citizens. Mnangagwa's government has struggled to implement effective economic policies, and many Zimbabweans are feeling the impact. In this climate of frustration, Geza's message of change resonates with those who feel that their voices have been ignored for too long. However, some worry about the potential for violence and instability should Geza's promises spark a larger political confrontation. Zimbabwe has a history of political violence, particularly during elections, and any challenge to Mnangagwa's rule could lead to further clashes between opposition groups and government forces. The specter of violence is always a concern in such highly charged political environments, and it is a factor that cannot be overlooked. As the situation unfolds, all eyes will be on Geza to see if his words translate into action. Will he be able to mobilize enough support to challenge Mnangagwa's rule, or will this turn out to be another false hope for Zimbabweans? With the promise of a new era, the stakes have never been higher. Before we wrap up, if you've been following the unfolding drama and want to stay in the loop, make sure to subscribe to the channel. There's plenty more to come on this rapidly developing story, and you won't want to miss the next update. In conclusion, Geza's shocking promise to remove Mnangagwa from power has added another unpredictable twist to Zimbabwe's already volatile political landscape. Whether this promise will lead to real change or simply stoke the flames of discontent remains to be seen. One thing is certain, Zimbabweans are paying close attention, and the political future of the country is now hanging in the balance. Stay tuned for more as we continue to bring you the latest developments.